Hey YouTube family, it's Courtney. I'm back again with another quick video I want to share with you all. And this video is going to be dedicated to parents. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a biological parent. You could be a grandparent, foster parent, even an educator who takes on their kids as if they are their parent in the moment at that time that they're with them. Anybody that is taking care of a child. This video is dedicated to you all today. And very briefly, what prompted me to create this particular video is that a few weeks ago, my youngest daughter, Jamila, came up to me. And out of nowhere, I think I was probably reading a book, doing something at my desk, and she came up to me and she embraced me, and she said, "Mommy, thank you for loving me. Thank you for taking care of me." And it really touched me, and I'm sitting here thinking, wow, like she realizes this. She noticed something, and it really touched my heart. So I was sitting there thinking about how, we can get so overwhelmed with being their mother, being their father, their guardian, their caregiver. And as for me, sometimes it felt like I was missing the mark. I wasn't getting it right. I was failing them as their mother. I wasn't doing something right. And then it just dawned on me that, hey, keep calm, Courtney, you're doing great. And that's what I want to let you all know. If you're a good parent, and this video may not be for everybody, but you know who you are. Just to keep calm, because you are doing great. Single parents, keep calm. You're doing a good job. No one expecting for you to be perfect. Even in your imperfections, you are perfect, and they know that. So just keep calm and just know that you're doing great. And as I sit here and I start thinking about it, kids are truly a blessing. They are a blessing from God. There's no doubt about that. When we think about, just that it was just a moment in time when we were, with our significant other, and we created this wonderful, magical experience, to create a life, and to have a woman to carry that child for 9 months, or however many months you were able to carry that child and to give birth. It's like, wow, it's a magical experience that no words can illustrate that moment. I can remember when I had my kids and was expecting with my babies, I immediately went into mommy mode. I started to eat right, get plenty of rest, trying to stay stress-free. In addition, I began reading books and about parenting, and asking those who were already parents, some of the do's and don'ts, and any advice that they could give me as a new mom, and even with my second and third child. The moment I brought my kids home, however, everything that I've learned, every advice, not every, but majority of the advice that I have gotten from other people, it went out the window. It was me and my children, me and my child at the time, and it got real quick for me. And I began to realize that, whoa, like everything that they were telling me in these books and these pamphlets and these seminars and stuff were not really true. My experience, like I said, I took some of the things and advice that they have given me, but for the most part, it was trial and error. It was trial and error for me, and I knew I had to, kind of work this thing out, because everything that they were giving me, it did not work. It did not work. I had to figure it out on my own. I had to figure it out real quick as I go. Now that I'm a mother of 3 miracle babies, I know now that parenting, it truly is trial and error. It daily we try to figure it out. There's moments when I would sit back and I would think that I'm missing something. Did I do something right? Was I too hard on him or her? Did I tell them I love them enough? Are they eating the right foods? Did I miss something with school or for school? I'm always constantly questioning myself. And then I had to realize that wait a minute, I have to stop, beating myself up and trying to be this perfect parent, and just be the best parent that I can be, and take it with strides as they grow, as they evolve. I'm evolving with them. So when I start to really kind of like let that perfect mother myth go, I begin to start thinking about ways that I can incorporate in my everyday life and interaction with them, to reassure them and to reassure myself that I'm doing a good job, even though it may not be how I always want it, because sometimes we as women, mothers, parents, in general, we have so much going on. It's hard to really kind of divide ourselves up. So I want to share with you 4 things that I incorporate into my everyday life. I'm sorry, 5 that I incorporate into my everyday life, so that with my kids, just to reassure me that I am being a good mother, and to also reassure them that I love them and I'm being the best mommy that I can be. And I'm willing to change. I'm willing to tweak things and compromise and to fold, so that we can both have a balance and grow and love on each other for forever. So the first thing I had to realize is that, and I would like for you to realize also, it says, accept that I had to accept that I was going to miss the mark. There are going to be times when they may not get a full course meal, but they ate and they're happy. I may miss a school event, a school function, or I may forget to pack something in their lunchbox, or pack something in their book bag one night before school, and they went without it. I had to allow myself to know that, okay, you're not going to be perfect, and if I can be perfectly honest with you, there may be times when I had to tell my kids, hey, we're going to go somewhere on Friday at such and such time, and then Friday came and that certain time came, and unfortunately, due to circumstances out of my control, I was not able to, I guess, keep my word to them. I had to realize that, I was not perfect. Mommy, sorry, this is life. Things happen, and, we can pick ourselves up from it, and nevertheless, we can move on. The second thing that I do every day, or try to do mostly every day, is to set time aside or create time to spend time with them collectively and individually. Excuse me. Every night before my kids and I go to bed, we have what we call alone time. And even though we may come together after dinner, we may play a game, or somebody may act out something, or we have talent shows. That is something that we do collectively. However, when they're, say, like if my son is cleaning his room and my daughter is cleaning the bathroom, and then my other child, I have 3, I'll set that time aside with her, and we talk. And that's a moment where I let her vent her feelings to me and express how was her day, or anything she wants to let me know, or we can get down on the floor and play Barbie doll, just me and her, no one else. That's at a long time that I set aside, and I try to do that with each one of my kids, so they would know that, mommy's here for you. You have my undivided attention. And when I think about it, kids are little people too. They experience the same thing that we experience on a more milder level, possibly, but they still have feelings, they still have emotions, they still have concerns and things of that nature. So I'm letting them know that, you have mommy's undivided attention. Like, I'm here if you ever need to talk, I'm here if you ever want to vent, and don't feel afraid to express how you feel about something, as long as you come to me in a respectable way. I'm willing to listen, and we can do that. And so that's the second thing that I've learned to do, to make sure that I'm trying to be the best mom for them. And third thing is, which is very important, is learning how to manage my time. I had to learn how to not put things off, or how to not spend so much time on one thing, and kind of move along, so that I can have those moments with my kids throughout the day or at the end of the day. And also, for an example, when I think about time management, you also want to always give yourself, dealing with kids, they're unpredictable. You just never know what's going to happen that day or that moment, or what they're going to do. So make sure you manage your time wisely, so that you won't be overwhelmed, and you can still kind of keep a level head and keep calm for them and for your sake. For an example, my three, there have been some moments where they would wake up and get ready for school, and I would wake them up, and one may have had an accident that night, or they may wake up and one has running a temp, or just have a nasty attitude. So I have to wake them up a little earlier to give me that at least 15-20 minute window to correct whatever issue that they're having. If they're sick, or they need to take a wash up in the morning, if they need a moment to just kind of get themselves together because they're acting unstable. You know how that is. They wake up with these attitudes, and mommy, I don't want to wear this, I want to wear that type of thing. It's giving me that window, so I'm not rushing and feeling overwhelmed. So that therefore, now that I'm stressed, it's going to be deflected on them. They're stressed out, they're upset because my energy is vibrating off of them. So just allow yourself enough time to do things and to get things done, and so that you can have, allow yourself that window to correct whatever issue that may come about throughout the day. The fourth thing is always to make sure that you are being the best mother is very important, and that is to correct them when they are wrong. For me, it's punishment. I take away things, and you do get whippings. I mean, hey, you will get it. And that's letting them know, hey, your behavior, what you said, what you did is not acceptable, and it's bar none, because I don't want them to grow up thinking that it's okay to talk back, or it's okay to be disrespectful to me or to any other adult, or even their sisters or brothers or peers. It's not okay. So I have to correct that and nip that in the butt ASAP, because I don't want them to grow up thinking that this is cool, this is what's up, this is how we rocking, because that's not it at all. So the fourth thing you really have to do is to correct them when they're wrong, and let them know that their behavior is not acceptable. And I personally give them an explanation. Some people, me even growing up, it's kind of like I don't have to explain myself. I'm the mama, blah blah blah. But I let them know, hey, this is why you're in trouble because of this, and this is why I'm taking this toy away from you because you did this. It's not acceptable. So correcting them when they're wrong is very important. Especially at the young age, the very golden ages of their life, and very impressionable. You have to be parent. We don't have time to be friends, in my opinion. I just think it's very important. Of course, you can have friendly moments and you can have lovable moments, but more than anything, you have to be mom, you have to be dad, you have to be the nurturer, the disciplinarian, all of that in one. You have to be that. And this is for their own good. So when they slip up, it's very important that you correct them so that they can get on that straight and narrow, so they will be productive citizens. And the fifth thing that I want to share with you is that really does work for me, and so that I would know that I am being the best mommy that I can be, is speaking words into their life, speaking powerful words into their life. Every morning when I get up, I let them know that they're great, that they're loved. Encourage them that you got this. The day is yours. You are smart, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you're a little African princess, you are an African prince. You have this. God is with you. You can do this. I'm speaking powerful words into them, and I want to let them know that there's nothing that they can't do as long as they put God first, keep their faith strong, and put their best foot forward, that you can do this. You're great. I speak life into them because I really do believe that words are very powerful. And by words being very powerful, we are, as parents, are supposed to be depositing those particular things into our children, so that it's kind of like planting a seed. Once you plant that seed, it's going to play over in their head when they come against this particular situation. They feel that they can't make it, or they're going to fail, or they can't get over. They're going to remember what mommy said. They're going to remember what daddy, auntie, or their caregiver said to them. And that's how that seed begin to water, and it begins to blossom, and you can see it in their life that they're going to be go-getters, hustlers. They're going to be very ambitious, willing to do things on their own, willing to try even if they fail. They're going to know, hey, it's okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to keep going. Why? Because mama said we don't give up. We keep trying, and you can do it. And those things really it's very important that we speak those words, and acknowledge the good that they do is a very important also. Oftentimes we want to discipline them when they do wrong. We're quick to spot that out. They did something wrong, they said something, they acted out in school, but the good that they do, praise them for it. It's all about consequences and rewards. When they are, doing something good, reward them for it. Hey, I noticed that you took the trash out without me telling you that. You get an extra 30 minutes on the Game Boy or whatever. I noticed that, you cleaned up your room, without me saying anything. Hey, when we go to the store, you get an extra piece of candy. Reward them for that. And then on the flip side of that, if it's like I stated, correct them when they're wrong. These are the consequences for your behavior. That to me is very, very important, because we are molding our children to be productive people in life, to be good people, and also to be a representation of us as parents. So it's very important that we let them know that. So again, I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect parent. Parenting is not scripted. It is truly, trial and error. You'll figure it out along the way. However, use good judgment and common sense. Don't let everything slide, and you don't have to, go to the extreme and discipline them when they do something wrong, because they are young people. They are molding. They are trying to figure it out. Allow them a little bit of a window to make a mistake, because they are human, and to get it right. So, you just have to use your common sense and good judgment. And I promise you, your kids are very smart. They are very smart. They know that even when you do miss the mark, or you had a promise and you was able to, for whatever reason, was not able to uphold that particular promise, they don't look at you less than. They don't look at you as if I can't believe, you're disgusting, you make me sick, and all. They don't. If you have been doing these things or whatever, every now and again, when you do have these hiccups, it's not going to be they're not going to be devastated by it. Trust me, they're going to come to you because they know who you are. They know the core essence of who you are. The energy that you give to them, the love that you give to them, the words of affirmation that you pour into their spirits every day, the fact that you cook and clean, and you go out and you go to work, and you provide them with the necessities that they need for life, and you're teaching them. They know that mommy and daddy and the parent that's taking care of them, grandma, whoever it may be, they know that you love them. So just keep calm about it and know that you are doing a good job. Again, parenting is not scripted. It is trial and error. So don't beat yourself up about it. And trust me, your kids are looking at you as if you are a superhero in their eyes. So even though you may feel as if you may have missed the mark and you may have failed them a little or whatever along the way, it's okay. It's okay. Just remember that, you're a human, and that obviously God thought enough of you to give you the responsibility of life. So love yourself enough to know that whatever it is that you need to be a good mommy, a good daddy, a good parent to this child, you already have it within you, because He blessed you, and it's a gift. And when we give someone a gift, it's very meaningful, it's very powerful. So God gave us these children as gifts. It's our responsibility to appreciate this gift. Now, if I could be perfectly honest with you, if there is areas in your life that you need to filter out, that you need to straighten out, so that you can be more of a good parent, we can all use improvement. We can all evolve and all do better. Then by all means, do that. Don't just say, oh, this is what it is. No, do that for the sake of your kid, because you do love them and you know that they love you. So love yourself enough to make those particular changes. Love yourself to know that you're human and you are going to make mistakes, even in being a parent, as if you were on a job as an employee or in a relationship, with your significant other. You're not perfect. You're going to make these mistakes, and it's okay. Just try to tweak it however you need to tweak it. so that you can do better the next time. And like I said, continue to evolve with your children. But I just wanted to share with you quickly, like I said, those are the top 5 things. Of course, there's plenty more that we can go over, but those are the top 5 things that I can think of that I try to incorporate every day with my kids, so that I can be their superhero and be their best mommy. So with that being said, I hope and pray that this will be a blessing to you. Again, I always say these are things that work for me along my journey. So if you can take what you can take from it, by all means do so. If you can tweak it, add to it, modify it, however it is to make it work for you, by all means do so. And just know that, like I said, love yourself enough to know that you're doing great. So just keep calm. You're doing great, mom, dad. And again, remember, self-love is the best love.